Hello and welcome back to another first impressions and sort of overview. This is on the Cudeman Needle. So when I bought this, I didn't actually know it was the needle model. In the stock images on the site I bought it from, it didn't show that needle mark there. Right there, you see it says needle. It was just blank, and it was sold as the Cudeman Classic folder. So I guess depending on where you buy them, it might be sold as different things. But there you go. Right off the bat, no gaps. The scales, the liners, maybe a little bit of a gap right there. You see in between the spring and the liner, but it's very, very small, very minor. But fit and finish is pretty good. Can't feel any of the pins. They're all super smooth. Again, unfinished wood. This is olive wood. Let's check the centering. It is almost rubbing, but not quite. It's not actually touching, so a little off. Where this knife shines, I think, is the action. It's not actually that hard of a pull. It's maybe a 6.5, 7, maybe a 6.5. But when you open it, it's got such a positive snap, and it's really not going anywhere unless you want it to. Even though this knife doesn't have a half stop, with how positive this open position is, I would not fear this closing on your hand. So this is a longer blade. This is a 3.5-inch blade. I don't know if this model is available for a shorter blade. If you're trying to keep under 3 inches, you'll have to check that out. But we have a nice hollow grind on the blade. I believe this is 420 steel, so nothing amazing. A nice cheap stainless. It's got an even swedge on both sides. The edge bevel, again, even on both sides, as is the grind. Very, very nicely machined, honestly. And I mean, everything is nicely smoothed out. This I think feels one of the best of the Spanish knives I've held. The Spanish slip joints. The ergonomics, like, it's just very round, very contoured. It's very short up and down, and I have big hands, so it doesn't really fill my hands, but what's there does feel good. So this does have, I think, the best action of these knives I felt, especially on the opening. Here, listen. It's just so good. And then closing, nice snap. So yeah, the Cudeman Needle, very nice slender 3.5-inch slip joint, available in a variety of woods. Again, I picked the olive, but I think there's walnut, maybe bocote, I think a stamina wood, which is like a laminate, probably a few other ones. Price on this one was $21. So again, pretty inexpensive. And I think one of the better values, honestly. So there you go. That's the Cudeman Needle.